Frozen is back in a big way. Volume growth for the frozen category has turned positive for the first time in 5 weeks, ending March 10th, according to Marketwatch. The biggest portion of the frozen category is meals and appetizers, making up 35% of the group and with sales growth of 3%, the highest in 5 years. Analysts, led by David Palmer, say frozen food has had a stigma attached to it for the past decade, with millennials seeking out whole foods for themselves and their families and staying away from foods that are perceived to be engineered. But now, we believe frozen food companies are catching up to align their frozen offerings to the attributes that consumers demand, RBC wrote. Consider that an estimated 80% of fresh food in the U.S. is wasted each year, as consumers often overbuy fresh foods or misalign their purchases and consumption, which causes unwanted spoiling, they said. These problems are largely alleviated with frozen vegetables and frozen meals. Frozen foods allow for convenient dining for so many who are strapped with budgets and having to cook for their families, or even those who have to cook for themselves, according to Lizzie Freire, managing editor of menu analysis at Technomic, a data and analytics provider for the food industry. RBC also thinks that Netflix and others like Hulu and Amazon might have something to do with it. Meals consumed at home reached a nearly 30-year peak in 2017 at 78%, according to NPD Group. As more people work at home, more flat screens get bigger and cheaper, and more people worry about personal security, it just may be a renewed time for frozen foods. Clarence Birdseye is smiling.